trans women in sports a problem for women?
More or less, yes. I would say that the exceptions aren't, but the majority are, yeah.
Should this be a problem for men?
Unfortunately, because women aren't speaking up about it, yeah, it should be a problem for men.
Okay. Well, this is our first Charlie Kirk reaction. We're going to watch it.
William Thomas was the 462nd best male swimmer in America. William Thomas then woke up one day and said, I am now a woman. William Thomas is now an NCAA national champion, best woman swimmer in the country, and won the NCAA championship just 2 weeks ago. And we're just supposed to put up with it. Now, the NCAA has, of course, capitulated to the alphabet mafia and all of the kind of forces around it. And the other women, God bless them, have had to try to compete against a man and lose, by the way, as William Thomas became a national champion. So I have a different take on this. Not different, but one that I think is, important for contribution. This is not your fight. You are a woman. We're the men. We believe that men are protectors of the innocent, protectors of what is the natural law. I would say that women don't have fight in them, but men need to lead. So at the NCAA tournament, what I would have loved to have seen, in a 1950s America, let me tell you what would have happened. The fathers of every other competitor would have come down out of the stands and formed a line in front of William Thomas and saying, hey, tough guy, you want to get in the pool? Because you're going to have to come through us. Instead, masked, beta male, low testosterone fathers, kind of hunched over, not wanting to offend anyone as they work for the corporate machine. And I say, that's why this is happening. Women have been left to fend for themselves. And guess what? Now men are terrorizing them. Why are we putting up with this? And the reason is because we've allowed men to become weak.
Well, Charlie Kirk makes a lot of good points. I've noticed this. They say that young men are having less sex than ever before. He pointed out a very, very valid point, that men are allowed to be weaker. And this is a problem for women, because even though a lot of women, we think we can protect ourselves, there are men there for a natural reason, for protection. What? Over women. I mean, fathers, right?
It seems like most people would listen, well, with the way the world is, usually men get listened to over women anyways, you know what I mean? So for them to have that kind of advantage in most ends of life, they should be defending and protecting the people that they have the leverage over, yeah?
Where are the fathers and the brothers?
Right?
I watch Charlie Kirk and I see him going on campuses and talking. See a lot of young men having these opinions that completely go against the gender they're attracted to. Like, you're fighting for trans women. These beta men are fighting for trans women and completely disregarding the feelings of actual women. Now, trans women act like men. You can hate me all you want for saying that, but I've never seen so many men try to control women by playing dress up and pretending to be a woman so that they could take advantage of women, their spaces, and their privilege. And they get away with it because they have feelings. Apparently, because trans women's feelings are more important than women. This is shown by the volleyball team. Mm-hmm. They were very uncomfortable with the one trans woman changing in the locker room with them. They got kicked out of their locker room because they were uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. For one person, a man. Now, what type of person would do that? Not women. Want to know how I know? Because women are naturally more agreeable and compassionate and nurturing. So, men, where did y'all go wrong? Wow. Where did this happen? I think, this is just my opinion, and I could be wrong, but I think that men became so desperate to get close to women that they adopted their ideology in order to get close to them. But what you're doing is you're friend zoning yourself. You're being a beta. You're not showing yourself as any sort of man. You might as well just, marry some woman who wants to whip you into submission.
To backtrack to them not having sex, what happened, Mm-hmm. They're adopting this mentality, this state, because they truly believe that it'll get them what they're wanting, which is these women who agree with them, right? Mm-hmm. They're just so scared of losing something that they haven't even ever gotten that they're acting this way. They're adopting this mentality because, well, they think that way, And so if I think that way, then they're gonna like me. And that's not necessarily the case.
Or I'll get the girl.
Here's the thing, though. If a girl says that, she's totally okay with a guy in her locker room, and then a girl experiences that, they're usually two different things.
I just want to ask a guy who agrees with this whole thing. I'm going to ask him one question. If you had a daughter, how would you feel about that?
I know for a fucking fact. Sorry.
Wouldn't you be protective over your daughter, or would you be like, no, I know my daughter's uncomfortable, dressing in the locker room with this trans person, but this trans person is a victim, and their emotions are more important.
Than my daughter's safety.
No fucking father with balls is ever gonna say that. No, because he wants to protect his fucking child for having a rational, uncomfortable fear of this fucking person who has a penis.
My father and my brothers would have been down there saying, you're not going to play softball with my daughter on the girls' league. No, you're not. We're not going to take shot put and put it all in one gender category because they use different weights. The puts are different weights. Why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. Of course, anyone who's a biological male is going to have an advantage over me throwing a lighter ball. That's why they have the weight difference. There's a lot of things that people wouldn't have stood for, and there's a lot of things in place for those reasons, like sports. That's why I say it's so important. Just to go back to what he said, the whole men need to defend women is something that I think you touched on. No woman wants to admit, wants to hear, but if you just look at pure facts in life, who holds most political office? Men or women? Men. Who do people listen to and trust more when it comes to making decisions? Men.
Because they're more logical, females are more emotional.
Men are meant to protect. Good men will protect. Shitty ones won't. We do need men to defend women because the men that are trying to be women won't listen to the women. They'll listen to the men.
For the women out there who think that they can,
do it themselves.
Do it themselves. Yeah. I don't need a man, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So say you're a woman in the subway, for example, and a man starts getting all creepy on you. Said, hey, what's up?
Let's say he's definitely like built bigger than you. You know that you probably can't physically overpower this man.
Now this man starts getting touchy with you. You can handle yourself though, right? So now he starts like groping on you. Now if you saw, Miss Lady, other gentlemen around you and none of them intervene, are you going to be upset about that?
You're going to be more terrified, actually. I'd be more terrified.
Would you want
to handle that yourself?
Someone to come in and be like, hey, you can't fucking do this to a woman. You can't be fucking doing this. This is not right.
You want someone to stop that man.
You would prefer someone to step in for you, right? Tell me I'm lying.
No, and it's hard for a lot of women to speak up or defend themselves in those situations, in those scenarios. If this is a really creepy dude who looks like he could hurt you, and he's all over you, and you're in a confined space, and it's a dangerous space, you're going to get worried. And, I mean, it's one of the few reasons I'm really glad I have brothers.
Can you imagine if the girl's like, can I get some help? And the man says, no, you can take care of yourself.
No, because I've had people do that to me, and I look them in the fucking eyes, and I'm like, are you serious? I am small.
A man?
At work and stuff sometimes, yeah. Not like anymore, but I've had it happen before. Oh, I am fucking 5'1" and you are 6'3". Go get that thing for me. I've had more men offer me assistance than knock me down. So that's not a knock on anyone. The point is, as a man, you should. Guys come up and offer to help me. I know it's just them trying to take some weight off my shoulders. They're not trying to be an asshole about it, Mm-hmm. That's what it should be. You should be offering to help and helping because it's what you do. You should be able to see right from wrong. You're not going to sit there and let the man keep fucking with her because, oh no, what if you upset that man? Like I said, they're so scared of losing what they haven't even got that they're not going to even think to get it. Oh, well, what if she likes that guy? I mean, what if they're like boyfriend and girlfriend and, no.
It's a creepy stranger hitting on this woman, groping her. You can see she doesn't like it, right? Mm-hmm. But she's the Miss Independent woman who could take care of herself, and if a guy comes onto her, she'll just go psycho and beat him up and stuff. But I guarantee you, if that was going on and there were men around and they didn't do anything to intervene or stop it, she'd be pissed at those fucking men.
Nobody helped me. Yeah, well, you guys are raising the most complacent, unmotivated men that I've ever seen. You have no balls. You have no balls. You guys won't challenge things because it's scary and you're going to get canceled. And if more people just didn't give a crap about that, there'd be a ton of way more powerful men and a lot less pansies in office. And a lot less people like Dylan Mulvaney talking to the fucking president of the United States.
Like and subscribe.
I went full circle. I'm sorry.
It's okay.